Happy Hour. It is Friday the 13th, for those that get down with all of that. Again, this is the BIPOC Happy Hour. This is the Black Indigenous People of Color Wind Down. Thank y'all for joining us on Friday the 13th. I'm Uncle Ray. I got Brother Dennis Santa. What up, Dennis Santa? What's happening with y'all today? Hopefully y'all ain't afraid to be outside.
That was a question I was going to ask too. Like, do people actually believe in like that? You know, the day is the bad day, the devil, and all that stuff.
Well, you take it a lot farther than I've heard, but I guess they believe in some parts of that. I don't know about the devil and all of that, but just.
But Friday the 13th is evil, isn't it?
I didn't get it was all that evil. It was just an odd day.
Okay.
No, it's
That's
a
my
great
religion.
day. It's a lucky day. I had my
Thank you.
oldest son on Friday the 13th. I
All
almost
right.
named him Jason.
So it's not a bad day.
I didn't think so. I was a
I've
glorious
never
day.
heard it to be a bad day. It's just like a full moon. You just got to be more cautious on Friday the 13th, like a full moon. Full moons are not bad moons.
So why do there's so much mystery behind Friday the 13th? It's gore and blood and death and Satanism.
And Satanism, you got to find me these people, and I would personally go and ask them on why they bringing it all up on Friday the 13th like that. Because I don't even hear about spell casting on Friday the 13th. It's not big in pagan religion.
Say witches, pagan, all that.
It ain't got nothing to do with pagan religion. Take that out your mind. It got nothing to do with pagan religion. It's not. It don't have anything to do with pagan religion. Friday the 13th. That is man-made like Valentine's Day. It ain't got nothing to do with pagan religion.
Oh. So it's superficial like Christmas.
It's Christmas, Valentine's, the Easter Bunny.
Oh.
It ain't got nothing to do with it. It's Friday the 13th. It happens like 3 or 4 times out of the year.
So
what
why
are you talking about?
Right, because I was wondering why I get scared. You know,
you get scared. Y'all people were like that.
What do you mean?
You got them old timey people that were scared of walking up under ladders and didn't want to get your feet swept by a broom, and you had to put an onion outside the front door and all that kind of stuff. Is that what your people like? Did you get scared on Friday the 13th? You know, put your 4-leaf clover or your horseshoe outside your door?
No, it didn't get like that. It was
but you got the Satanists working.
Right, and evil.
But you ain't got to protect your stuff out.
I didn't know there was protective stuff. I just knew that you shouldn't do certain things on Friday the 13th.
Like what? Give me the what you shouldn't do, because I can write these down.
No, I
want to write them down for real, because my religion didn't have us scared on Friday the 13th, so I'm gonna write these down so I can put these in my my grimoire.
What's that?
My book.
See, y'all, I ain't gonna do this to myself.
What? I don't know. I'm asking for help, and you refusing to help a younger soul.
No, because you seem to not think the way normal people think.
What does normal people think?
Well,
what is normal?
Okay, I take that back. Let me figure out another word to use instead of normal.
I'm just going by what you said.
Right.
Normal.
I thought everybody knew, that Jason and all the rest of these evil things come out on Friday the 13th. So you don't go to a certain place and do certain things.
You said that Jason comes out on Friday. Is that the one from Crystal Lake? Or is this a new Jason?
No, the embodiment
he walked downtown. Mm-hmm.
The embodiment of evil.
The embodiment of evil is named Jason.
That's sort of thing on Friday the 13th. You got to be beware, because you don't know where that evil spirit gonna come out.
Ain't no evil spirit.
Thank you, Spider. Thank you. He talking about Jason from the movie Friday the 13th.
In The Exorcist, and there was the evil spirit in The Omen.
And then he didn't want to put up no protection stuff.
And there were no dates attached to them. So
Nothing.
it ain't got nothing to do with it.
And it's not pagan, I tell you that. That is just commercialized, and it's easy to scare you black people. You just put a sheet over your head and say boo, and all the black people scared.
Well,
Is that how that work? For those that were scared on Friday the 13th because of propaganda?
well, I guess that's the same thing with saying that. I guess you give your presents, or you got to call the person on their birthday, or on Mother's Day, or on Christmas to make it real.
You were comparing that to Friday the 13th? Are you serious? Okay, okay. Grasp is the straws. Okay, dear. All right. Friday the 13th is as real as the Easter Bunny. So if you can't follow that line, I mean, it got nothing to do with you calling a loved one on their special day
But
saying,
don't the
what
Easter
up,
Bunny,
goodbye.
Easter Bunny have colorful eggs?
Does the Easter Bunny lay those eggs? Or who is he stealing them from? Is he actually stealing, trying to pawn off stolen merchandise and saying he's giving it as gift, but they're stolen? What are you saying? Because I didn't know rabbits could lay eggs. So no rabbits can't lay eggs. He stole them, and he's trying to sell them off and sell them off as a knockoff.
So you said the Easter Bunny is a thief?
How else he lay them eggs? Or he in business with the chickens or something? I don't know. I don't even know what kind of eggs he got in there. You know, he's so commercialized these days. I don't know what he's doing these days. Is he doing some genetic modification or something? Because last I checked, rabbits don't lay eggs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll sit down in the peanut gallery. But rabbits don't lay eggs.
Well, they don't lay eggs, but except during Easter.
Except during Easter. Can I get the specific dates of every year that occurs?
What do you mean by that?
You said the only time rabbits lay eggs is during Easter. I need the dates on this so I can mark it on my calendar so I can be there to watch the rabbits just miraculously start having eggs on Easter. Or is it on it or during the Easter season?
Okay, I'm not going to play with you anymore.
See, you want to talk about Friday the 13th, but you're trying to go with the Easter Bunny.
Well, you brought the Easter Bunny up saying it's not real either.
Okay. How many rabbits you know lay eggs? How many white men you know climbing down people's roofs, breaking into their house, digging through their stuff while they sleep, eating up their food and drinking their stuff in their house, and then sneaking it back out? How many people you know do that for real? Because that's breaking and entering, you ask me. Because he didn't even leave a turkey dinner in the oven.
I'm not going to fight you. Just
what is there to fight? I'm giving you facts, and you want to come up with some. I don't know. I'm trying to help and save your soul.
From what?
From the evils of this colonization. It's got your mind closed. You don't know what's up and down and all that kind of stuff. You think Friday the 13th is a bad people's day, but it's actually one of great deities' day. You can give some special luck for that. You're just not doing it right. See, the colonizers got you thinking that way. That's when y'all was in a church learning how to read the Bible. They were just telling y'all anything.
What? I don't understand how you're gonna call them colonizers. You know, that's
because that's how y'all learned how to read. They told y'all anything. They put church Bibles in there and told y'all it was the great beyond and beyond. That's how you learned how to read.
Well,
it's how it started. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll go sit in the peanut gallery and take a 5-minute time out. And Santa will take over.
So you saying the colonizers are what are they like? Who are these colonizers?
I want to talk y'all what you know now that Friday the 13th you said was satanic. And all the combination of evil spirits named Jason does stuff to you on Friday the 13th. So you had to get it from somebody because I know the wise ones didn't teach you that.
Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason. So maybe Freddy told you all this on the side. He still was a colonizer because he was right before he got burnt up.
Yeah, he was a hater.
He was a hater. He didn't like kids anyway. He sure didn't like y'all kind.
Wow.
That's why he killed you first in episode 3.
Did y'all see that TikTok when the guy dressed up like the Predator and was running up on people?
No, did he get beat up?
No, people was running.
Because I wouldn't have been able to run. I'd have to swing. I had to swing. Because I can't run. Marijuana breathalyzers. And what is that supposed to do? And why are you giving me a breathalyzer?
Well, I mean, they don't
because
have...
my blood reeks of marijuana. I mean, it's not going anywhere.
I know. I always say I'm a whole fucking edible.
Right, myself by myself. Bake me when I'm dead. You will love it. I think that's a waste of time.
Why?
What are you giving me a breathalyzer for?
Because of what? How drunk you are. Wow.
That's not going to tell me. A breathalyzer is not going to tell you how high I am. I've been smoking marijuana longer than many people been living.
They got to come up with some way to test intoxication or how high you are.
Come up with some kind of scale.
Yeah, like they got for alcohol.
So what they gonna do? Wait until I just stop at a stoplight, just sitting there dazed out. That's gonna stop me. You must be high. I gotta test you.
If they pull you over for a traffic infraction, they smell weed. They gotta have
because they always smell weed. They don't have the dogs running up through my car. They're gonna always smell weed. I got plants growing in the tailpipe. I don't think that was wrong to have plants growing in the tailpipe.
So you don't think it's worth giving you a breathalyzer test until you got to go to jail?
No, for a weed that can grow without anyone's touch and was here before man laid foot on this planet and is going to be here after we gone. What you want to tell me? And somebody should go to jail because some man said they didn't like it.
Well, I mean, it's almost like drinking alcohol. You can have an accident or get somebody else killed.
Well, no. Name me one person to this day in 2022 that has died because they were killed over marijuana. Wait a minute. Let's not say because of the sale of transaction, because they were ingesting marijuana and THC. Just one person. I just need one. I'll go to the peanut gallery and sit my ass down for 5 minutes and not say a word.
But I don't have those statistics, so...
You can't find those statistics. They're not on the planet. Marijuana is a medicinal plant. It is... And even if you abuse it, it's going to make your eyeballs red. It's not going to kill you. Now, alcohol, on the other hand, will make you drown your babies.
Huh?
Yeah, alcohol will make you do strange things. It'll make you do anything. It'll make you kill your kids. Beat your husband.
Okay.
Act like you did. Act like you were sleepwalking when you killed your best friend. Alcohol will make you do anything. But you ain't heard nobody do any of that kind of mess because they was high. They said, please, man, just don't make me stand up. That's the worst you got with somebody high. I just can't stand up. You do what you do. If I'm wrong, give me. And yes, trans men can show their pregnant bellies on there. But I don't see any problem. And if she's getting paid to do that, do the damn thing.
Well, she had the top surgery too.
Mm-hmm. She didn't want boobs.
So is that sexy?
For those that like that, can you put the whole picture up so we gonna see the whole picture?
Wait, listen.
I think so.
I think this guy. You know, if I didn't know he was trans and just having a conversation, I'd talk all night with him because he's cute looking. He a dude. I think that's sexy. I mean, but have a baby, I think that's doing a lot.
Why?
I'm so glad my tubes is tied that I can't have no more kids. I'm gonna leave that to young folks like Sana.
They're having no more kids. What you talking about?
You're right. See, my tubes is tied. We're not doing that no more.
Done in like a few years, but this one he gonna be grown soon.
Right. They're starting over again. I'm looking for grandbabies so I can send them home to their mammy.
I don't understand y'all.
What?
You know, but she's. I mean, well, damn it, there I go again.
Well, I'm gonna just throw this out here. Even in light of that, there's a question that was thrown on to me, Sana. Do you think that parents should be able to sue their children because their children hadn't given them grandchildren?
So what do you mean?
No.
You think they should be able to get away with that? Because there's a couple going to court right now.
We're not getting grandchildren. I mean,
well, that's as parents,
kids, and you got to respect that. That's their decision.
But I am your mama and your daddy, and I want grandkids. You better buy me some, rent out a couple, do something. But I'm supposed to have grandkids.
You can adopt. You can get some foster children, and they can call you Granny or Meemaw or what. Whatever it is
I'm suing. I'm going to sue you for $65,000 for depriving me of grandpaism.
How do you do that? Do the person that sued you pay for the babies?
It's my kids. It was their job. They are bound and dutify to give me grandkids.
But I'm saying,
I brought them in this world, and I can take them out. I want grandkids.
But what's your obligation once the kids come?
To let them visit me once a month and then send them back home.
So that's $65,000 or whatever you're suing for. I don't understand.
I'm gonna go buy me some new kids.
That don't even make sense.
I don't see why you trying to hate.
No,
you trying to hate on God-fearing parents that they thought their only job in this life was to have kids and have grandkids. And now their kids want to deprive them of the only job they have in life is to give them some grandkids. I'm suing. Anybody got anything negative to say about that?
No,
I need to talk to Jesus.
I'm not talking about.
There's gonna be a lot of people getting sued now.
Because parents deserve to have grandkids.
You talking about grandparents?
Well, they will be grandparents when you have kids. All they did is ask for their grandkids to just come in, but you didn't want to go have kids. That's wrong.
But I'm trying to figure out who's supposed to pay for the doctor
All right,
bill.
for that head dollar.
Thank you.
There you go with coming up with bills. What does bills got to do with my grandkids?
But I mean, what about the 9 months of pain and all the other stuff you got to go through?
You knew it was coming when you came into the world. You knew when you saw me as your mama, you're going to give me grandkids.
But I got to take off of work, lose money.
Right. I got to go out and buy a gift. I got to get the church together so we can get your christening or your bar mitzvah together. I got to do all. I got to call the girls to get ready for the card party so we can sit and talk about the babies and pick out the baby name. There's so much we got to do. Yes. How dare you deprive me of that job? That's rude.
That sounds real cool. A card party. Who playing some spades tonight?
Can we get some bid whist and tongue? Maybe some pitter pat or pinochle?
Some checkers. I don't care what it is.
No.
Bobby, you on a safari?
Huh?
Are you on a safari?
No, I just coming from my son's carnival. They still up there, so
You
I
know,
just walked back home.
some of the bougie black people don't want the sun to kiss their hair, so they put their head and tilt it with their glasses on, so that be incognito.
Right, leave me alone.
That's how they do.
Oh.
Incognito, so you don't know there's a superstar amongst you.
You automatically gonna see me anyway. I'm 6'7", 400 pounds, so you're gonna see
Some
me
people,
anyway.
if you don't make no sudden moves and jump real fast, they won't notice. This is Minnesota. They
won't pay no mind.
If you jump and move real fast, then they'll see you. Just don't move fast.
So how y'all doing today?
I don't know, because I'm in a dilemma, a pickle.
A pickle. What you do now? What you do now?
Okay, we all live in Minnesota, and I know that we all have an opinion about what Minnesota is like. So I mean, there's any of us have any? Let me see how I can put this, because I want to use the word, because I'm gonna use this Minnesota nice. What does that mean?
Racist.
See, there you go, Bobby. Now, see, that's why I'm in a pickle. I didn't want to use that word.
Well, what are the words would you want to use for it?
Of course, you're not going to use that word. You're trained.
Oh, Bobby.
You're not going to use that word. It's going to take someone from the East Coast or that's not used to it to tell you the truth. And this is not the first time you heard it.
Dennis, he said you're assimilated, so why are you having problems? You know what that is. Keep going.
That's why I'm in a pickle. They even get my question out yet. Y'all already attacking me. I'm good.
Come on and tell us. We're gonna hold off and not attack you for 5 minutes. You got plenty of time. Get started.
You asked what is Minnesota nice, and I just told you
that
what
is mess. Lies and shenanigans. Minnesota nice.
But that was part of, okay, I said I'm not gonna be able to do this question because
why not?
Because y'all not already biased.
Well, we can't help that. We were born on the dark side of the moon, so I mean, we got one foot in. So just tell us the question.
Okay, let me. That he said Minnesota nice is racist. How do you get to call out Minnesota nice as racist? What if I'm Minnesota nice? Am I racist?
If you practice in Minnesota nice, yes. Because you can tell you got a hidden agenda and it is not nice. You're coming up with mess. So, yeah, racism sees no color.
And I mean, it's just what is messed up about it is they uphold it like it's one of their very good values. When we know it's different. So, sorry, I'm at the club too.
Ain't no hate. It's Friday night. We at the bar. I got my cocktail.
But I don't. Okay, so damn. I don't even know how to do this question because y'all already attacked me.
So just ask the question as you would ask the normal question, without trying to change it all up.
I'm not trying to change it up. Okay, in that Minnesota nice thing, if somebody accused you of racism, I mean, who can call that? Can other people that are racist call other people racist? How do you judge that? Where's the sticker that judges all that? I mean, I just said Minnesota nice, and immediately you came with the word all racist. How is that? I mean, you give me no leeway.
Well, it seems like you have a case of a whole bunch of pots on the bottom shelf calling the kettles black. So you just have to state your opinion because it is his opinion. I mean, if you've got facts to back up your opinion, yours will stand toe to toe with theirs. I mean, but everybody, I mean, that's humans. Humans do a great deal of finger pointing towards everything. Your fault, they fault. Nobody wants to take the blame for nothing.
But
that's humans.
That racism sees no color.
No, because blacks be racist too. Indian people are racist too. Native Americans are racist too.
Prejudices, maybe, or preferences, but black people are not cannot be racist. Racism entails like having certain power.
Having a certain one?
Like having certain power over and thinking that one race or, white people are supreme. So I say black people may have, preferences, maybe some prejudices, you know what I'm saying? I know when I was a 5%er, I do still believe the black man is God, but we used to say all white people were snakes. You know what I'm saying? All of them, it didn't matter. And that's not fair to lump people like that because we don't want them lumping us like that.
But Bobby always said to me about that same kind of concepts. I know when Muhammad Ali made the statement, if you see all the rattlesnakes coming towards you, are you gonna let one in or are you gonna go on all of them? So I mean, when you call out racism, I mean, if Democrats and Republicans, which one's more forward? But both of them racist? What?
I plead the fifth.
No, I'm just saying. How
Yeah, they both racist. Yeah, I don't trust the Democrats either. There's white folks on there too.
Until Congress is equal on all grounds.
They all have an agenda is to make their $80,000 to $150,000 a year. And if it's to keep us oppressed, I think they will. Because there's a lot of things they could have done before they did this shenanigans with Roe versus Wade, which I didn't know that when Obama was in office, they could have did something where they could have solidified and they could have came back and did. There's some other stuff they could have done before this came up. But did they do it?
So in that structure that y'all keep saying to me that, how Minnesota nice, do they have that same thing in other states where it be Indiana nice or Washington nice?
No. East Coast rude. Yeah, keep it real East Coast. That's what I'm looking for. Even down south, they even pleasant, but they still let you know the real.
Only Minnesota has that Minnesota nice. Where they smiling in your face as they got the blade right up at your back, getting ready to do a shank move and twist and grind, but you can't see it because they're smiling in your face. You're not looking at the blade going in your back. That's Minnesota nice. Because they're nice enough, they'll take you to the hospital if they stick the knife in your back. Oh, I don't know how they got there, but I'm gonna take him to the hospital and drop them off.
And then the ones that's here, they don't see it. The ones that's been here forever, they don't see what other people see. And,
how can you see it?
And I'm glad you met someone else on my side of the country that actually repeated that I don't even know, repeated word for word what I said. You understand what I'm saying? So that means it is an issue that folks just keep blowing away.
What? What did you say on the other side of the word?
Huh?
What did you say? What was the famous words you quoted out?
Oh, they was racist.
Oh.
Some racist shit.
Yeah, people. That Minnesota nice. You better lift an eyeball to that.
And someone from DC is here that he knows, and I don't even know, and they said the exact same thing that I said.
Well, that's why it disturbed me because I keep running into that. Now I've been here for 30 years. So I'm trying to identify. Like, have I gotten used to it or grown up to it, or it's over my head? Because I find myself sometimes like, okay, better. Some things are better to unsay it. But then again, I guess I supposed to call it out too, because I know what it is. But I mean, like, that's just the way it is here. So I'm just trying to figure out in my mind, like,
so if that's just the way it is here, isn't that mean complicit?
With me or the system?
That means you're complicit if that's just the way it is here. Doesn't that's the same as saying complicit?
Well, I didn't. Okay,
that's just the way it is.
What made me think about it was that when I heard it once, and then like Bobby just said, somebody else said the exact same thing that they see it, and they from a completely different. They're not even a man; they're a woman. So all these things to me made a difference. So I'm like, how did y'all come up with those opinions? And I hear it all the time about, the secret society or racism or hidden agendas and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I work in this field with, majority of white people at my job, and I'm like, they seem to be nice, but I mean,
are you progressing with him? Are you actually progressing? Are they making moves to say, Dennis, you're our man. We feel that you should take care of this. Are you progressing in that atmosphere? I'm not trying to get in your personal business, but I'm just saying, are you progressing in that atmosphere amongst those peers?
Are they moving the way they're supposed to be moving? Are really an ally? You feel what I'm saying? What irritates me, they can be our ally today and switch over tomorrow. That's why I can't trust anything. You understand what I'm saying? Today you can be my friend. You can be out here rapping like I'm doing and get pulled over or whatever, or you can be my friend today and change tomorrow. I have so many things jumping up in my head when you talk about this. So let me just leave this conversation alone.
No, because I need some guidance when I go out there again, because, I keep getting this thing about, diversity, and when they want diversity, and then when they call me and says, can you help us find people that are people of color? And I'm thinking, am I the token they're using me to get people? Are they sincere? How do I navigate in the system that I want to work in?
If a white person asks you to do something, it's all because it's for them. It's not for you.
Did you pray about this? Did you pray about this?
To who? The colonizer's guard?
I don't know who we got to pray to. I'm just asking, did you pray about this? Because you should have the answer by now.
To the white Jesus? Did you pray to the white Jesus?
You got to ask Dennis who you pray to. I don't know. That's secret. Okay.
There's always an agenda. We just went through that before. See, you stepped in the puddle and you still didn't realize your feet was wet. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
With this, huh?
No, I don't understand what you said. I don't. What does that mean?
You just went through this. Someone just used us in our time and didn't get anything out of it. They used us for a grant, I believe, my opinion. Did we get anything out of the deal?
But I mean, okay. Ooh, Bobby, see that how do you use people for something if they're part of what you do?
Well, it's all what you say out your mouth. You understand? Oh, I'm looking to do this, that, and the other. And then you sit back and you watch and see if they do this, that, and the other. And they have not. So,
around the cocktail.
Does that make them racist?
No, they make them liars. And what did Ray Charles' mother tell him? Scratch a liar and find a thief.
Scratch a liar and find a thief.
Yes,
the thieves always runs with liars.
No, because what she's saying is a thief is more beneficial to you than a liar.
Oh yeah,
because you getting something.
Yeah, you can at least trust the thief. You know, the thief is just gonna steal something. You can trust a thief. Can't trust a liar.
But you can get something out of the deal from a thief. You can get something from a thief.
Yeah.
What can you get from a liar?
Well, if you can't get the truth, can't get nothing.
All I'm saying is trust your instinct. The same way they have a side eye and lock the door when they see us, you should do the same thing. You do unto others as you want done to yourself.
So you telling Dennis to clench his pearls every time you see him. Just clench your pearls.
Clench your pearls. And be like, ooh, look at them thugs.
Ooh, they poop on.
Yeah, them thugs over there. Mm-hmm. You know they thugs because they ran up into the capital of the United States.
Them was good old boy patriots.
Those was hoodlums.
Mm-hmm. and vandals and
So the same way
whoremongers.
we judge us from one person, so we got to judge them for all them people that ran up into the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
They judge us off what one person does.
Of course.
I'm not
That's,
looked
you
at for
know,
what I do. They don't look at me for what I do. They're looking at previous or what people might have done or what have said. So I've seen this in my life. So I've seen 500,000, well, however many people ran up into the Capitol, thugs run up into the Capitol, deface the Capitol.
But isn't
So
this their government? So I mean, they didn't do anything wrong.
it's my government too, right?
Yeah, I guess.
okay, you said it's your government.
You're wrong.
I pay taxes to get fucked, but yeah.
We all pay the taxes until we get out of that tax bracket. That's all
I'm
we
just
working for to
confused
get out of
because
the tax bracket.
I don't know when I see certain
No
things,
problem.
or people accuse people of being, that Minnesota nights or racism, as you call it, and it's like every organization that I've seen that I've worked with have their own discrimination around certain things, or being more in tune with their own kind. I don't know if that's
Okay.
racism or just,
Well, what is your definition of racism? I mean, it's just a personal thing, but what is your definition? What do you see the concept of racism?
well, racism is bigger than all of us. So racism, I feel, is a group of people who can deny another group of people something or another.
Have you felt that from either of those organizations? I'm talking to you as an individual. I'm not talking about you as a group. I'm talking about you as an individual person. Have you felt that type of vibe from those organizations that are supposed to be having those transgressions?
Well, yes, in some ways, but
I don't understand. What do you mean by some ways? You said it's either you feel like they are denying me just because of the color of my skin, or they're not. I'm not trying to over talk you, but it is cut and dry. Either they do or they don't.
Well,
We
now,
know how they embrace themselves, and it's no break in it. It's just clear. But we know when we're being denied.
right, because then there's a disparity. That's what they call it. I'm a
Right.
disparity at this particular point now.
So, do you feel those organizations create those disparities? I'm not just saying that an end all be all, but do they participate in creating those disparities?
Yeah.
Okay, then you got to be honest with yourself and don't be afraid to speak out, because just like with anything, we give the benefit of the doubt. You can't say I didn't tell you that you didn't know because I told you. Coming from this community, I told you.
So what if they're trying? They didn't know they were doing bad.
I don't know what
What's
trying means. What does trying mean? Because have you felt any effects of trying?
Trying is doing something after someone called you out. That's trying.
Is that after you get out of jail when you start trying? Because you go out of jail because you're not already fucked up. So is that trying? So I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, you do what the regular folks do, throw $1 into so you can shut up.
Oh, I'm gonna take you to the bottom line. Did you tell them your thoughts on the process of how they are?
Yes, but they always. No, yes, I did.
Did you address it in writing?
Oh my God, Joe. Oh.
I mean, that's the way America works. You got to put it down in writing and send it to them. Have you ever done that in the last 20 years? Or you just mumbled under your breath and thought I was gonna get a call?
Mumbled.
You just mumbled under your breath and not really said anything to those particular people. You are being indifferent.
You're racist.
I didn't say it as. I mean, no. Did you tell these people? Yeah. Or did you just think about it like most people do and just think about it? Did you tell them how you feel about their practices? Did you, as a person of color, ever personally say something about it?
I don't know how. I don't know what that means when you say that.
Like what you just said out your mouth.
You're right.
Same way you say I don't know how. You just say, hey.
Just like you said, you were denied. I mean, racism is
I don't
one
like
group
this.
of people denying another group of people, and you said you've always felt denied by this group of people throughout the 30 years of this practice. So you can't explain that.
Hi, I don't like
your practice.
I don't like that this white organization is doing something on Juneteenth. That's easily said. You know, things like that.
I don't like that I've been doing Black Pride for the last 20 years and not once have you offered, participated, or do anything that I didn't have to beg you to do. Did you make that statement anywhere? That you can pull this up and write and say, here's my proof where I sent it and I told them just to get it off my chest. Because that's what people do in 2022.
I know you get so much funding. I mean, it's not only just POC Pride that you can fund. You can also do other Black-owned, POC-owned organization. You know what I mean? It's not just saying come to just this organization. There's many more. You got Triple ATF. You got a bunch of others. You understand what I'm saying? That folks could donate to, not just because we saying something and you just want to shut us up and give us a dollar.
Well, this is the question. I mean, if you've already got the answers, why can't you say anything? And I don't understand what you mean by I don't know what to say. I don't know what that means.
What you mean I got the answers? I'm asking a question. I don't have the answers. I'm trying to find out. Okay, that sort of thing is called out. Who calls that out? Who says that's racism? The Minister of Nice. I mean, I don't know what they're supposed to. Are they supposed to help me because they got the money? Is that their agenda? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they're supposed to help out if they come to you and ask you, what can we do?
If their mission statement, we help all and everybody, red, green, purple, and blue, you're included in that. And if they're not holding up to the mission statement right there, you've already
funny thing
deserve to at least tell you my feelings about it.
When you look at their website, you got that one Black person in the middle of the damn screen. Like they really doing something for this for us.
And you've been here long enough to know the services that are offered by those people. You've been there and you know how those services have made you feel. We're trying to obtain them, be around them, or any of that to where you just don't even use them from them. So, I mean, is it really that difficult to express that?
Well, I mean, then we have to call the state out if you're saying that.
We're calling out those that are involved at this moment. If you want to take it farther than that, be all matter. But at this moment, you're only addressing those that are addressing the situation at this moment.
I'm pretty sure we're attacking the state in different ways. You got councilwomen that's in there that's fighting on that end. You got councilmen that's fighting. So yeah, it's folks in the city that's fighting for rights.
Health issues, HIV and AIDS, the disparity they call it. You know, they don't give Black organizations money to take care of their people that have HIV and AIDS. I don't understand how there's disparity when there's a surplus of money to help service those people. So is the state racist?
Well, pick your battles on what you. I mean, why do you act like you're brand new and this is always been equal and balanced? There's never been equal and balanced.
You live in Minnesota, where
for at least the last 30 years.
Hold on, you live in Minnesota, where it's a proven fact that it's sundown towns that's literally minutes away from you. You understand what I'm saying? Literally sundown towns that saying that when the sun goes down, your Black ass better not be in this town. You feel me? Or else. So it's literally sundown towns in Minnesota. Literally. So why wouldn't you think that the state wouldn't be racist?
What's the sundown
It's what it was built on. I just explained. You ever heard of the Green Book?
The one for the road?
It's the same thing as telling you can't go to this town because you will get killed if you get there at night time.
Where are these places at in Minnesota?
One is Edina, one is West St. Paul. It's a couple. It's a couple. Just to name two.
Wow. So I see that's bigger than me. I don't know. Who do I call for the? I mean, how you gonna hold the state? You know, what are you gonna tell them? What they doing is wrong?
Is the conversation with the state?
I'm just asking because
I'm just asking. You
The
started
Minnesota-
off with trying to figure out Minnesota nice state.
Yeah,
Now you're talking about going against the state.
I'm not trying to go against the state. I'm asking is the state racist too, because some of those.
The state is what it is. It's the parties involved.
What's racist in Minnesota, sundown towns? You have Appleton, Albert Lee, Austin, Bywebic, Cannon Falls, Coleraine, Eagan, Edina, Fairmount, Granite Falls, Mankato, Marshall, New Brighton, New Ulm, Painesville, Pine Island, Red Wing, Redwood Falls, South St. Paul, St. Louis Park, Stillwater, Waseca, and Worthington. Those are the places you need to be aware of.
Wow.
And this is from.
I like several of those. Several of those places you've named, I really do like. And I've worked in a couple of them.
This comes from 1942 to 2021 by James W. Lowen.
Mm-hmm.
So
that means I'm just ignorant and don't know what's going on.
I don't know James Lowen, so
I don't either.
But I mean,
when I see the names more than once, I have to believe.
There's a validity in that. I said, you think there's validity in that book?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying if I see it more than once, it makes me believe. You know, I'm not going. Same way with anything, you do your research. If I see it 12 times, okay, it's true.
So are exorcisms real?
If you go to the Catholic Church,
I know the Latinos believe in it, and I know some of the Catholic Church. But do y'all believe that they're real? So if you just happen to lose a loved one in an exorcism, if it's all for the greater good or something else, it's okay.
how do you lose somebody to exorcism?
Because usually I thought an exorcism is fighting a battle.
Do they die when they get?
I didn't think they was. I didn't think it was just like Bible study or anything.
No, because the person I didn't know they died. I thought
yes, they actually died. They actually died in exorcism. They break necks, get thrown out windows, downstairs, head split off the body. I mean, anything can happen in exorcism.
Yeah,
from what they tell me, I haven't personally had the privilege of being in one without giggling, but I will still be there.
Well, yeah, I believe in demons, and I do believe they can possess.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
so you believe somebody could come in and perform an exorcism and cleanse your soul.
But the demons are the fallen angels, right, Bobby?
Say it again.
Those demons are the fallen angels from heaven.
Yeah, I'm not going to a Bible study with you, but yeah.
I can't say all of them. By this time, I can't say all of them, but I'm sure some of them are.
I don't do. Hold on, let me say something. I do this not to. When I say that, I do this because I don't want to stumble anybody in their belief, or I don't want to say something wrong, where your blood will be on my hands. So for me, that's my safety. You know what I mean? But if you really want to know, the Bible should tell you. I mean, but then You know, how much can you? Let me just leave it as that.
Because you know that Bible been revised a bunch of times. I'm sure it's got a verse in there to fit your needs now.
Correct.
You can find something to fit your needs in there. All those revisions.
But I mean, believing in that stuff, wasn't that man-made too?
Yeah, because got revisions. They didn't put your thoughts already. They didn't revise it enough times. They didn't thought about what you was getting ready to say. So you just got to go read it, and it'll tell you.
Listen to this thing. The Bible. Every character in that Bible was what?
A man that put his pants on. I don't know what color they were because they whitewashed
They
it.
considered them people to be white. The Egyptians, everybody was white. Jesus was white. So you can't tell me that joint wasn't whitewashed. You couldn't tell me. We know factually that he was not of that complexion. I know for a fact he wasn't. You know, why would I don't know. Just put it that way. If we was here from the beginning, same way like everyone else, you know what I'm saying? Don't you think it should be a speckle or someone in there of color?
In the Bible, you mean?
And when you did see, like a reenact of it, is the black folks be slaves, not kings. Because we was kings.
So, with this lesson, now do you think you can share with Minnesota a letter on how you really feel about those organizations? Do you think you can participate, or are you already too far gone in assimilation that they're already doing what they can for you? They've touched you. They've opened their arms to you. You're just waiting on a call.
But I mean, it could be a case of they don't know what they do. I mean, they are who they are.
And that's not, we supposed to accept them, right?
I mean, okay, they have classes on unconscious biases. So I mean, so you can get a class that they'll help you out with all that.
You see what you just said on chart? A lot of folks think that and walk around like that. You supposed just accept it.
That's why I use the word complicit, Bobby.
No, you don't have to be complicit to anything.
They can't help it. They was born that way.
So you said we just accepting it? We don't.
Yep, we go along with what I'm gonna use your words. That's the way it is here in Minnesota.
And that's with everything. That's with everything. Shit change. You understand what I'm saying? Shit change, same way days change, shit change. So, and in Minnesota, it's becoming a melting pot, as I'm seeing. And you know what I mean? That a lot of folks coming from the East Coast and down south up into Minnesota, things that was done yesterday is not going to be done today. Because regardless of what it is, it can be from the service industry, from nonprofit, people going to change shit. You see how the one young lady coming up from another spot is already making her things work. You know what I mean? Her way, unapologetically. She gonna do what she gonna do. If you don't like it, oh well. And that's some of the mentality I wish that these people here in Minnesota would have. Fight for what you want and don't stop fighting for it. You know what I mean? Speak up. What they can do is say no, but you can continue to try to make them say yes, some type of way. Some people just don't want them at the table. I'm ready to sit at the table. Let's eat. Fuck, I'm cooking the food.
So that's how you would tackle this?
I have been.
No, I'm saying cook some food and talk to them and call them out.
Well, food can solve all problems. You can debate and have arguments over food
easily
and stay friends all at the same time because you're doing it over food. It diffuses all stuff
easily. That's how it should be made, breaking bread.
But You know,
You said
I
have
don't
I
know.
been?
But
I have.
eventually you're gonna have to call the pot out to talking about the kettle. I mean, there's just no way around it. I mean, unless you are absolutely complicit. And that's just the way it is. Because yes, you should be involved because you do have stake in the game.
You are the
That's
part of
it.
the game.
You are a member of the game. That's why I say you got stake in the game. So I mean, it should be called out. Especially since it's going on now. Why wait until the end of the year or something like that? No, get involved now. All y'all need to stop.
Okay, can I ask one more question before we gotta go? Do I have an obligation to call that out if I see it, if I know what that is?
Doesn't involve you. Doesn't involve you. Their action, does it involve you?
Does it affect you?
You.
Mentally, right. Physically, or socially?
Because evidently it does, because you're sitting here talking about it.
So it affects you either mentally, physically, or socially. So I mean, why not get the elephant out of the room? I mean, yeah, go and get that elephant, beat that bitch down so there's no more elephants in here. And get it spoken up to. Gotta get addressed sometime.
So, lack of a better word, I'm going to use this very sparingly. What happens if they blackball you?
How can you be blackballing? You already on the list. You hadn't even got up to where they are yet. You already blackballed because they haven't let you in the group. So what's they gonna do? Blackball you even more? You go around that. Right, you can't black you any more than what you are now.
They doing everybody that way. They not just doing you.
Protecting their own interests and their own individual organizations. I mean, hey, until we walk on the same level with our own independent crew of funding capital, that's my goal. Our own individual. So don't even think about tapping them. I mean,
when we
do whatever we want.
When we get off the titty, it'll be all good. You understand?
That way, my funding sources are different from your funding sources. Hey, but we all here to establish the same goal, but I have a different format on what we're gonna do with ours.
And so, put it out there. And
so I don't care about being blackballed because we've already.
Hold on, let me just put it this way.
We're there.
Let's put it this way. Let them try to blackball you. Let them.
What would they be blackballing? I don't know. There's nothing to blackball.
Let them try to do anything. You can bring it out to the world. And when you bring it out to the world to see what is actually going on the inside of it, that's a good story. That's an awesome fucking story. So that means their funding will back away because they don't want that bullshit on them. They don't want that stain. They don't want that stain. You understand what I'm saying? So let them try it. Let them try anything. You just speak your mind. Is the truth is the truth. You got to accept my opinion. I'm voicing my opinion. That's it.
And to everybody out there, these are our opinions. These are our thoughts. This is us talking to our friends. This is not the opinions of anybody on the show. This is our own individual conversation, talking to our friends in this time of question.
We at the bar drinking, talking, so
doing our thing. It is Friday evening. We got half a second before we getting out of here because it was that weekend. So we can't stay long.
I encourage people to donate to People of Color Pride because living in Minnesota, having been around for 20 years and working the thing and trying to figure out how do we bring this every year and raise funds in this state, based on some things that we had to go through, I would love to say, people, listen, at any situation we know we need help, why do we have to beg for it? What is it all about? And how do you call that out when you see it? Because you want funding, but you don't want to jeopardize or get blackballed in your acts and that you're trying to beg or you're desperate either.
Well, remember, those that you go to, if you stop going to them, there is someone else you can go to. Try to create your own to where you don't have to deal with them,
No, because they
Unless
say
you
they're
choose to.
inclusive and they want us to come and they want us to be a part of it. No,
Well, they've said that for many years and it hadn't changed. This is 2022 and we haven't been inclusive.
Correct.
So I mean, we can't make anything jump off the scene, but we'll be there when it happens. But until that time happens, what? Ain't nobody waiting until they feel the spirit and say, "Oh, we should have did this a long time ago." You know, the same thing we thought, but we kept moving on. You know, it's not. I mean, that part is not a concern when they decide. But to those out there watching this, please donate. PayPal me at MNPOC Pride or go to our website at www.mnpocpride.org. Go there and you're able to donate.
Or you can purchase some of our fabulous merchandise. Either one. You know, come down to the office and check it out. We have some cool t-shirts out there and new designs coming. It's summer, baby. So let's do this. Summer of soul. It's summer of soul. That's what it is. How you doing?
Thanks for you guys enlightening me, because I mean, you know, I'm trying, and I don't want to be in that situation where I'm the person who perpetuated. Or what you call me, Ray?
Perpetuating.
No, you said I go along with it or whatever you call
complicit.
it.
Complicit. Just means you're not gonna stop it. You know, I don't like it, but I understand. No, you can't be complicit. That's not how you want to be. I mean, it's not like everybody's on equal footing. But I want us to be on equal footing, our own individual footing.
So, but if you call it out, how do you call it out without being nice about it? You just go out.
What are you trying to be? What are you trying to be nice about? Everybody, we'll catch you another time. I'm gonna finish capturing Dennis after the show. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.